Hello, I'm Chris Richmond, and today I'm the other side of the country in Wiltshire. Last time we had a look at the creepy Robin Hood's bower in Southley Woods, but today we're off to the mysterious Cley Hill, a prominent landform on the outskirts of Warminster. Once home to a Roman settlement and more recently the site of reported UFO sightings, the hill has long been the subject of local folklore and promises wonderful views of the delightful Wiltshire countryside. Joining me from all the way back home in Norfolk is my good friend Mandy Burr, who arrived yesterday evening following some serious complications to a most stressful train journey.
I had a very interesting journey down there. Gorgeous weather, a bit like today. One of those mornings where everything just goes perfectly according to plan. Everything about it was just a very serene start to the journey. Train left on time. Anyway, when I finally get to Warminster, that's a laugh because the train doesn't even stop. I get up and press the button for the door. The tannoy says, the next station is Warminster. So I'm getting up and I'm standing by the door and the train just keeps on going through. Past the station, past the platform. And I'm stood there thinking, what the, anyway, I then get off at Westbury and I have a real go at this poor staff member. Why didn't you train stop at Warminster, blah, blah, blah.
At 10 o'clock the following morning, we left the holiday park in search of Cley Hill.
Don't you just love sat-nav? Takes you everywhere except where you want to go.
I don't think there's anybody in there.
I wouldn't have thought so.
I don't think
This time of day.
No. Nice looking tower.
Do we mention churches with bells in them? Because Dove's Guide definitely showed that it had bells and we were tempted, but it was the wrong time of day.
There's the sign. Here we are.
Well, here's the car park. I always find this bit really tedious when you're sitting in the car and you've got cosy and then you have to get out and you haven't got the energy until you start walking and you've been going for a while and suddenly it's really enjoyable.
Go here
Enjoyable.
purely because it's the only place to go where we're not going to get in a puddle.
Yes.
So here we are then. This is the start of the Ascent. Are you sure you're ready for this?
Get on with it. This is a good level so far. Even the views at this level are really lovely.
Yeah. Now, how many church towers can you see? I can only see about 2 so far, but then...
We've got Warminster, haven't we? Got Christ Church, is it?
Yeah.
St Lawrence.
Hold on.
Can't see.
Now, according to local folklore, the devil apparently wanted to dump his load on Devizes, but met some character along the way who said he'd been searching for Devizes for a long time, and so he gave up and dumped his load here, and that's how Cley Hill was allegedly formed.
Got a thing about giants. I quite like reading up on anything like that. I'm always interested in any folklore to do with giants, but then you've got references to giants in general in pre-biblical times. You've got these creatures called I think it's the Anunnaki, or is it the sky people that were mentioned, something to do with ancient Peru. But even in biblical times they were known as the Nephilim, and they're these big creatures or people that live in the sky, or out off this planet, basically in another realm, that came down here, had their way with the local women and produced giant people who were basically, I think they were all wiped out in the flood. How true it is and how much fact there is, or documented fact, I'm not really sure, because I'm not a historian, but it's just fascinating information.
There's been a Roman settlement here, allegedly. There's some man-made ramparts around this hill which we seem to be following. But also this is quite an interesting spot because of all the UFO activities that surround it. There have been things like crop circles and sightings of odd lights and stuff.
I can hear something in the sky.
Yes, well, it's like back home.
helicopter.
Yes. So like back home, this is an area of increased military activity.
Yes. Gorgeous views.
From here we follow a much steeper path, which takes us straight up in the direction of the summit.
Right, so we're nearly there. This is the Barrow.
Beyond the Barrow, which dates from the Bronze Age, the summit is demarked by a trig point, which offers amazing 360-degree views over the Wiltshire countryside and into neighbouring Somerset.
So here we are at the very breezy summit of Cley Hill.
And I'm getting out the wind.
This is a very good day. I'm enjoying this. Lovely place, love Cley Hill, very nice. And then I fell over coming down the hill. Luckily that wasn't recorded.
And that concludes our visit to Cley Hill. After scaling and descending this 240-metre elevation, we're off to find a local hostelry for a well-earned pub lunch. Thanks for watching. Now for the obligatory closing paragraph. If you enjoy following my quirky, if slightly self-indulgent adventures, please don't forget to like and subscribe. This filmmaking lark just wouldn't be worth it without the support of watchers like you. Until next time, thanks for watching and goodbye.